Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hope we're all doing well. We're all in good health today. We have Zoom coming in slowly. We got the Gulag coming in here slowly as well. I know some people are in gold buys. Let's take a look here. I'm also in gold buys here today. Took it right at the high at the right here. We broke the high and I guess we're continuing on. Really hoping we could break the high at this point around 1839. That's where I'm going to add another position. And then from there, we can continue on moving up to potentially fill these wicks here to the left hand side, 1843, those areas there. Let's go back. Pound yen, man, 153, 350. Wasn't really expecting this. I was expecting 153, 300 to be hit probably. Oh, what's going on over here? We have the thing changed. Let's do this. Live Forex. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. GJ, we got gold. Let's bring up gold over here too. So we're gonna do some breakdowns over here first. So looking at gold, we're continuing to move up here, but we're at a very, very strong resistance, right? This resistance was tapped into pre-London session. We rejected this area. Now we're back at this area again at pre-New York. Pre-New York has a lot of volume at this time. So we're waiting to see, are we going to break above this high at 1839 for it to continue bullish to fill these wicks to 1842 or not? So that's going to be the case. Let's take a look at pound yen. Let's do some full analysis on pound yen, right? Remove all analysis. We're approaching a very, very strong area of rejection. We were at this area in the start of April at 153,400 where we rejected it, right? And now we're coming back to this area again. So if we look on the weekly time frame, and if we look to the left-hand side, that maybe if we break above that area, we may continue up towards 153,800, 153,700, all these wicks here to the left. So this could be a potential target if we continue moving bullish. So let's take a look on the daily. Daily is also approaching a wick area here at the top. 4-hour time frame. Same idea, we're approaching a very strong resistance. 1-hour time frame is kind of like ranging at this time. Looking at the 30 minute now we can see that we're sort of like in a range. So since we're in this range, let's just remove this zone and create another zone right here at this resistance. So now we have a very solid resistance at 153, 340, 350. I'm going to put a yellow line which will indicate that if we break above this area, then we can continue moving bullish. Or we have a support down at 153, 100. Right? So if we break below the support, there's a very high probability we may continue down towards 152, 830, 800. So if you measure this range, this is like a 30 pip range, right? So if we break below the support, the range is really, really good for price to continue down. If we break above 153, let's say 340, 350, then obviously we have clean range going all the way up towards 153, 800, but obviously we're going to start to secure around, 153, 500, 17 pips away, 15 pips away, and then we'll see how we move up, because since the market opened, we've already had a huge move, right? So if we measure this move, this is a 140 pip move. So the question what you got to ask yourself is that if price has moved 140 pips since the market opened, how far can it go? Like how much longer can it continue moving bullish? But at the same time, we can't also say that, okay, like, since we moved up this much, we have to retrace. No, we don't have to retrace. We can only retrace if we break below a support, a technical level, for price to continue down. Looks like gold is still stuck here. My position might get stopped out here if it retraces a little bit more. Looking on a 15-minute time frame. Yeah. So we're going to see. It's still moving, still up 13 pips. Had 2 trades. Okay, so this is for since we started. Yeah, so I closed partials right here. 7.49 closed out of 15 lots, and now this is just running at this point at break even. Pound yen, perfect. We're right over here. So let's do this potential buys above 153,350. That's what we're looking at. Potential buys above this area. Do you have a 100K goal for your birthday? I don't know. I'm not sure. Ironically, every May is a good month because there's a lot of volume. I'm not sure why there's a lot of volume. Maybe because, you know, we're moving into summer months and everyone's just like trying to wrap up work, you know, for this second quarter. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe. So we'll see how the volume goes here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is, I'm in a GJ buy, took 90%, have a runner running. Oh, yeah, we're in a range at this point. 2 pips position. Yeah, this wasn't enough range. I mean, if you're taking buys within this range, and if you measure this range, it's like a 20 pip range, looking on the 15-minute time frame, I mean, it's just not that, you know, appealing, you know. So gotta wait for price to break above, and then we'll see if we can continue on moving bullish. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is Euro JPY buys on this area. This is 427 going up to 533. This isn't enough range. This is like a 10 pip range, you know, so shouldn't have even taken this trade over here. But if you managed risk, I think that would have been good, but I wouldn't have taken this trade. There's not enough range because you're moving from 427 to 533, which is like 11 pips. You know, it's pretty hard, pretty difficult. Let's take a look at Euro JPY here. See what's going on. This is gold, and we need Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, I think we're kind of like rejecting this support. Looking on the 1 hour, yeah, this is our support right here, and then we have a resistance right up over here. And as we continue moving bullish, there's like a minor resistance at this point. And if you measure this range, it's like a 20 pip range, but you got a minor resistance 7 pips away. And after this, you got another like, you know, 10 pip move up over there. So just by looking at Euro JPY, it doesn't look that good at all. It doesn't look that good unless we break above, you know, this resistance here at 135.520. Unless we break above this area, it doesn't look that good at all. Because like, you know, whenever you're looking at the charts, you need to see what's the easiest trade you can take all the time. Just think like that. What's the easiest trade you can take? So if you look at pound yen, the easiest trade we can take is a break above 153.350, you know, or a break below 153.120. That's the easiest trade we can take. So now we just gotta wait. Let's take a look at this GU trade here. GU, April daily resistance, 30-minute chart, potential impulse buy when wick is broken. Okay, looks good. The only thing I'm concerned about is how much the market can push in one day. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, that's the thing. So we'll have to be very, very careful with taking buys on pound because, man, this thing has already moved a lot. You got another buy here on GU. Looks good. Looks good. I mean, if this candle closes bullish, I may want to bring my stop losses in a little bit and see where it goes from there. Gold buys entry at the break of the high, secured 90 pips at 10 pips. Nice. Very well done. Let's see here. Go watch Capital Hungry video. That's old news now. I think that was the most, this was the most eventful weekend I've had ever on social media. Let's take a look at US 30. US 30 is ranging at this time. Resistance, buys above 34,000. Yeah, looks good. Perfect. See, we're just ranging. Looks good above here. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at Forex Factory and see what's going on. Forex Factory, Monday, nothing happening. FOMC Evan speaking later on, 2 p.m. I mean, you know, pretty good, easy. You know, there's no haphazard news here as well. Let's take a look at the next one. Tomorrow we have, you know, at 10:30 we have Bailey speaking. Other than that, you know, pretty smooth session tomorrow. Wednesday, we have CPI. Oh wow, CPI is a high volume news event over here, high impact. This is going to have a lot of impact on gold and the US dollar. We got pound news as well before London opens. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Looking on Thursday. Ooh, Thursday we have holidays. Euro holiday, Swiss holiday, unemployment claims. They're looking at bad numbers. Okay. We'll see. So far, this week looks pretty clean. Then we got retail sales too on Friday. So far, it looks pretty clean except for Wednesday and Friday. Wednesday CPI, Friday core retail sales. So, should be pretty simple week over here. We can expect a simple week. So let's see if it's okay. I'm having major deja vu right now. I read this comment. It is sad I learned FX from Daniel Savage TikToks. At least I found that, yeah, that's deja vu. I'm having deja vu reading that. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but you know how you say stick to one session? Usually Asian fakes me out. Sometimes it goes my favor. How could I have caught the Asian buys yesterday? How could you have caught the Asian buys yesterday? So the way I caught Asian buys yesterday was, if you look at last week's live streams, I've been looking at buys above 152.200 every day. On the live streams, I've been looking for buys above 152.200. Once we broke above 152.200, I had an alert set up, and I was like, oh, perfect. We're breaking above 152.200. We broke above this area, and then I waited for candle to break above the previous high. We broke above the previous high. I executed my buy, and my target was around, 152.400, but it kept moving bullish. So I was like, okay, perfect. Let's move on to 152.800. So that's where I took my buy right here. Because we broke the high and we're moving up, we're like, okay, perfect. Let's start to move up at this point. I think it was this one right here. Let's go towards history. It was this one right over here. 152, price was 152.324. Let's look at pound yen. Look at the 30-minute chart. Yeah, it was right here. 152.324 and just continued up. So gold is about to break the high over here as well. If gold breaks this high, this is where I'm going to add another position to this trade. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I think that's going to be a pretty good idea to add another position if we break above 1839. Okay. Let's see here. How you took 2 a.m. entry? Haven't slept? No, I got woken up by someone's messages. And I was like, wow. How to add the today beta window? What? How to add the today beta window in your MT5? I have no idea what that means. How to add today beta window inside your MT5? What beta window? Oh, this one. This is with magic keys. Yeah, this is with magic keys. That's what you got to do. Yeah, it's magic key stuff. Okay. Do you think it's bad to hop out of bed and be on the charts 10 minutes later? What do you do in the morning to wake your brain up? In the morning, I woke up maybe like, if I'm going to start the streams, I'm going to wake up around 45 minutes before. I'm going to go wash my face, obviously. Like, if my head is feeling a little scratchy, sometimes you feel that dryness in your head, like dandruff and stuff like that. So I'm going to go take a shower, put some oil, and then I'm going to come out. So that's what I do. Daniel Savage slandered magic keys on his Insta story. Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. I have no idea why he would do that. But, it is what it is. We move on forward. I mean, you got to look at it this way. It's some person who doesn't trade. He makes $200,000 per month from subscriptions, signals. Doesn't show any MetaTrader, doesn't show any trade history, doesn't show anything, nothing. So you just got to ask yourself what's happening. He's drunk on the live streams, doing drugs on the live streams. I mean, it's an unprofessional attitude. You know, when you're making that much money, you need to be a little bit of professional. You need to show some respect to your customers, calling people broke all the time, calling himself the god, the most famous person. If you have a blue check mark on Instagram, doesn't mean you're famous. It means Instagram thinks you're famous. That's it. Or the 100,000 people that follow you. There are 7 billion people in the world. Why didn't you enter when it broke the high on the first time on gold? Because it was me. I would have taken the buy when they break the high. Oh, it looks like we're about to break the high here again on gold. I'm going to be looking to add another entry at 1839.60 at this point. Let's see here. He said Magic Keys almost blew his account. Yeah, I mean, then that's a risk management issue, right? I mean, if you're going to risk 50%, obviously you're going to blow your account, you know. So, okay, let's see here. Can you check US 30? All right, let's take a look at US 30 over here. Let's take a look at US 30. US 30 is coming up to this resistance area. This is what we looked at before. Some beautiful person sent us a chart here earlier, so let's take a look at this. So we're about to break this high. I think this is the highest point. Yeah, this is the highest high US 30 has ever been in history. So if we break above 34,900, there's no history to the left. It's like Bitcoin. Then we're going to continue moving bullish. Where? No one knows. It's just speculative numbers at that point if you break above this area. Like Ethereum. Someone said, hey bro, where's Ethereum going to go after it breaks 3,000? I don't know. Fucking 3,200? All right. Gold is not breaking above that high at this point. We're struggling at this point right here. We are struggling. Pound yen is also ranging. So this is going to be a no trade range here today. No trade range right here. What's the secret behind your high discipline in trading? Experience. I think maturing in the market. Focusing on 1 to 2 trades a day. Like, you know, some people say, oh, you can go for 10, 15 pips with bigger lot sizes, it's easy. But if you look at my history, I've been doing 10 pips, 15 pips with 10-cent lots, you know, 15-cent lots, 50-cent lots. This is like 4 years ago. So if you compound all those gains from 4 years ago till today, it makes sense that your lot sizes increase, right? It makes sense. So, you know, you always got to start from the bottom. Like when you try to ride a bicycle, you don't always go with 2 wheels, you know, start with training wheels. You know, you ride the bicycle on training wheels for about, you know, like maybe 2 months, 3 months, and then the training wheels come off and you're scared and your dad's not there to hold you, and then you start riding your bicycle perfectly, you know. And that's the same thing with trading. You start with small things and they grow over time. Let's take a look at SPF. Chill zone right here. Buys all-time high. SPX 500 is also at a buys all-time high. Potential risky sells 40 pip range and better sells below 42.26. Looks good. You didn't answer LMAO for the first break of the high in gold. No, I entered right over here. Once we broke above 1836. Right here at this point. We look at the 15-minute. I entered somewhere right over here. 1836 somewhere here. And then we start to move up. Because we had enough range. This was like a 20 pip range here. So I was trying to get 15 pips out of it. Closed half and now letting the rest run. You don't just trade New York session. Lately, like, you know, since we're fasting, so we're supposed to be up at like, you know, 4 a.m. And sometimes I'm up at like 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. You know, my sleep pattern is all across the board. So, like, you know, if I see an opportunity, if I'm up at London session, pre-London, I try to grab that opportunity. I love the way you don't hesitate to execute and cut losses quick. Much love. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it looks like we're breaking above over here. Let's see if we can add another position. All right. Let's see. So this is going to be a 5 lot at this time. If we break the high, stop is going to be below the previous candle, and we're going to anticipate price to continue moving bullish. We're about to break up at this point. 1839.50. Oh, what did I do? Is this a buy? Okay. Awesome. Added another position right here. This has been added at this point. Stops are below this current 15-minute candle right here at this point, if you guys can't see. So let's move on to this point here. This is a long position taken at the break of the high right here. Stops are below this candle, anticipating price to probably continue till 1841 at this point right here. So yeah, so we're up, you know, almost like 1 pip at this point. So if we continue up till, let's say, from here till 18, like around 10 pips, I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, around 10 pips, I think it should be okay. To the moon and back. Hey coach, been thinking to level up my game. Was trading 1 to 100 leverage. Now I should increase lot size or leverage. I think increasing lot size gradually is going to be much better, because the idea is that you need to increase lot sizes gradually. You know, increasing leverage is, I mean, I don't know. I would just increase the lot size a little bit, you know, because like as your balance increases, your lot sizes also should increase at the same time. Let's see here. GJ trying to break up as well. Let's take a look at GJ. Ooh, yeah. Got to wait for this candle to close though on GJ, you know. And the reason why we have to wait for the candle to close on GJ is because we have these rejections over here. So we need this candle to close above this area. There's no impulse entries. So we got to wait for it to close above those areas. Okay. Gold is still in this area, so we're going to wait and see. You think USD CAD would make historic lows? I'm not well versed with USD CAD, so I don't know. We'll have to look at the chart. Let's take a look at USD CAD over here. Okay, USD CAD. USD CAD. We are making, oh wow, we are making historic lows here on USD CAD. Let's take a look on the weekly time frame. Oh damn, we have this, all this range to continue down to 1.20600. Thanks to Doug Ford and Trudeau, they're killing the economy over here. So looking on the 4 hour, we're creating support. We had this resistance formed at this point here as well. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, let's take a look over here. Oh, so now we can basically drag the support all the way down to the 1 hour, and this is what we got at this point. Nice. Yeah, this is what we got at this point. So if we break below, I mean, you know, technically speaking, if we do break below 1.29, you know, 960, 970, there's a big probability we can continue bearish. You know, it's the only thing we can see. Whenever I'm looking at the charts, my whole idea is to map out the most recent support, the most recent resistance, and then try to see that, okay, where will price go? So, for example, if we break above this area, 1.21300, I got to look at, okay, where will price go after we break above this area? So probably up till here, 1.21550, because this is the next resistance area we have at this point. You know, price may end up over there. Why did you leave IC markets in the beginning? I didn't leave IC markets. IC markets left Canada. So That's what happened with IC markets. How do you manage risk on gold? The way I'm going to manage risk on gold, I'm going to wait for this candle to close. So if I look here, I'm going to wait for this candle to close. And if this candle closes, I don't know, I'm going to wait. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, I think we're still good. Looking at the 15-minute, yeah, I think we're still good. Still good. Just going to wait for it to close. If the next 5-minute candle, let's say it breaks the low of this previous one, then I'm going to close 50% and I'm going to leave the rest running. But I think so far it should be pretty good, up about 2 pips at this time. It's nothing. So we need about 10, 12 pips and then we're going to close this trade here. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look at this chart. This is your JPY. Potential buys above 132,400. I would say above this area would be much better. Above this area here. And then sells below here looks good. Oh, what's this? UJ made a new high at this point. Price made a higher support. Missed an entry. Oh, this would have been a pretty good entry because, you know, this previous candle had no wick at the bottom. Would have been really, really good entry. And looks like gold is moving up at this point. We have about 49, 50 seconds left for this candle to close. We're up about 4 pips, you know, close to 5 pips. First position is up about 30 pips. So, you know, we also got this wick to fill to the left-hand side. And if we continue up to fill that wick, I think it's going to be an amazing move. So let's see. Let's see how we close here. Any news about Magic Keys? Yes, I think on Friday we're going to have some stock in and then we're going to start shipping out. We have some orders left to ship out. We're having some issues with DHL with some orders that are still in transit. So we're trying to get those things sorted. Magic Keys is on a discount. So if my commissions hit the discount price, will that be valid? No, it has to be full price. Oh, look at that. We're retracing at this point. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, look at this. Now, we don't want this 5-minute candle to break the low of the previous 5-minute candle. I mean, I don't want that. Because if this 5-minute breaks the low of the previous 5-minute, then I'm going to close 50% of my position, which I have entered at this point. So I'm going to keep an eye on this over here. So this is how I'm going to manage risk. So looking at the 5-minute time frame, if we break the low of the previous 5-minute candle, that's where I'm going to close 50% of my position. Market execution, so it was 2.5. So as it continues bearish, 50% is going to be closed, and then we're going to leave the rest running. So this is an example of how to manage risk. So closed 50%. You can see right here, I got 2.5 running at this point. So even if this comes down and hits my stop, I'm not losing the full amount that I plan to lose. You know, so this is where I closed 50% of my position and leaving the rest running, because the 15-minute candle closed above this resistance here. You know, so technically it should be making a lower wick, a liquidity wick, to continue moving bullish. But if it closes bearish, oh wow, look at that. The way it's retracing, don't like that at all. But since we managed risk, I think staying in here would still be okay. Why don't you use ship with FedEx? Because we have a really good contract with DHL. What's a good way to stop myself from constantly looking at the chart when I'm in a trade? Just don't look at the chart. I don't look at the charts. I just look at the prices. You know, so the only price I'm looking at is under 1839. If we come under 1839, then that means we're going to be under this range. And at that point, I'm going to close my entire position. So I'm just looking at the price, 1839. Other than that, you know, like everything's ranging. Pound yen is ranging. The pair I trade. Gold is whatever. So we're going to wait and see what happens. Is it better to take the trade above these wicks or an entry after the candle breaks the previous high? So this is a very good question at this point, right? And the way I'm going to answer this question is that here's the thing, if a candle can close above this area, then we can look at for the next candle. Okay, so let me draw this here. If a candle can close like this, right? And if the next candle breaks the high, that's going to be a really good entry for price to continue moving up. Or if, let's say, a candle does not close and the candle starts breaking the highs to the left, then that's going to be a very good impulse entry for price to continue moving up with volume. You know, so that's what we're looking at. Oh, look at this. We're breaking below this area. So this is where I'm going to close my entire trade right here. I closed my entire trade at this point. Managed risk, close my trade, and that's it, right? So if you look at the history, total risk was $500, but lost $252, you know, because managed risk at this point. So this is closed at this point. And as you can see, it's now coming down further. So I think it was a pretty good decision. I try to take those buys on gold with magic keys, but when I hit open trade, it says buy limit. Any help, much appreciated. It says buy limit. I don't know, because if I hit magic keys right here, I hit open calc. This is what it shows. It shows me my TP level. It shows me my stop loss level. So from here, I can just basically adjust these levels and then just, you know, try to open and close trades. So maybe you're hitting market pending. Let's see here. What do you think about Swaggy C? I have no idea who that is. Would it be better to wait for the 1 hour candle to form a lower wick? Yeah, I mean, it could be. This execution was only based on we breaking the high and anticipated price to move up. But since it came down a little bit lower, basically just managed risk and call it a day. Let's see here. Can I use magic keys on a MacBook Air? Yes. I'm still in the gold buys. Oh, nice. How did you change your MetaTrader sound? Oh, it's the magic keys sound. Okay, what's your Fortnite win rate? I don't play Fortnite. I think I played Fortnite when it first came out for about a month, and then that's it. That was when PUBG came out and Fortnite came out. When it was like new, you know, when they had nothing. So I stuck with PUBG because it was more realistic. You know, Fortnite seemed like cartoons, but man, that thing blew up. If your win rate is percentage really high on gold and only half on GJ, why don't you just focus on gold? It's not about that, because the reason why my win rate on pound yen wasn't that high was because April was a very, very difficult month. You know, April, pound just ranged. There was nothing happening in April, you know, very, very difficult month. It was just going nowhere, you know. So gold had really good volume in April, so just stuck with gold and had some pretty good wins on gold. So it looks like pound yen is about to break up over here. But I'm not going to take any more trades. I already took 3 trades today. So basically done at this point. Would you share some of your workout playlist? Yeah, basically I tell Alexa to play DMX and she plays DMX. Sometimes I say, hey Alexa, play hardcore rap. And then she just plays hardcore rap. That's my playlist. Do you have video on how to make your percentage win rate stats? Yeah, I mean, you just select all your trades and then you just divide them by the average. That's the best way to do it. It's simple mathematics, man. I mean, getting the average is simple mathematics. I just don't know how I can go in detail with that when they teach that in school. Like, come on, man. Do you plan to make a new version of Magic Keys where it supports Mac OS? It does support Mac OS. It does support Mac OS, but you need parallels, I think, right? Parallels, virtual windows, something like that. We're seeing pound yen over here trying to break above. We needed to close above, you know, break and close above. When will you be on Dominion Markets for an investment account? Probably in about 2 months once I get settled down. Why'd you get the Durango if you're going to leave it? Didn't plan on leaving when I got the car. The leaving plan in Canada came in about when I came back from Pakistan. I came back to Canada, had to quarantine for 2 weeks, and I looked at my car. I couldn't drive it anymore because I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. I was getting phone calls every day. Hey, are you complying with the rules? Are you complying with the rules? I'm like, what the hell is this? And then that just sealed the deal. I mean, nah, I'm getting out of here. Because think about it, right? If slowly the governments can take a little bit of your freedom away, and if they're successful at that, just imagine how much more they can take away down the road. You know, it's like a bully in school. If he notices that he can get away with bullying you, day after day, that just gets more and more and more and more and more. You know, I had to leave anyway, so that just sealed the deal. So it was a matter of urgency at that time to just go. But, you know, let's see what happens. I have $2,000 to invest. Should I make a deposit into my trading account or invest it in crypto? That's a very delicate situation, man. Both can go either way. You look at Dogecoin, what happened? I mean, it can go either way. You put it in crypto, I mean, it can go up or it can just stay stagnant and then go up later on or go down, you know. But if you put it in trading, it may also go down or go up. So, I mean, I would say if you have $2,000, I would say maybe put in $500 in trading, $500 in crypto, and just trade with the $500. You know, trade with the $500, and if you're consistent with $500, then you can say, oh, okay, well, I'm consistent on this money. Maybe I'm going to put the rest $1,000 in and see where I go from there. That's going to be the best case scenario. Ooh, look at this candle. If it closes like this, maybe we could give gold a second chance above 1840 to continue up. Maybe, maybe not. Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. What do you think of an impulse entry on gold as the previous high is broken? I think that's going to be a pretty good idea. Above 1840. I think I was a little bit too cautious with the trade because I didn't want it to lose profits. That's why I closed. But I do think if we break above 1840, we're going to continue moving bullish. Yeah, we're starting to break above this area at this point. That's what I'm doing now. I funded my account with $100. Oh, nice, nice. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're breaking above this area to continue up. I was a little bit too conservative with this trade. A little bit too cautious. But it's good. Whoever's in it, I think it's very good if you're still in the trade. Wait for GJ on the 30-minute or the 15-minute. I would say if I was trying to trade pound yen, I would maybe wait for the 30-minute to break above 153.400, above these wicks here to the left-hand side. That's what I would wait for price to break above this area. I already asked you about second chance. Probably you didn't see. Oh yeah, I didn't see. There are a lot of messages, so I couldn't see. All right, let's take a look at GA over here. GA. Let's remove all analysis. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Daily is rejecting a support at this time. Let's take a look on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour is also rejecting some sort of a resistance up over here. Now, at the same time, I'm also looking at the prices, right? 153.400 on pound yen is a good price, and 1840.50 is also a good price above this high. So I'm looking at the prices as well as I'm doing this breakdown. So looking on the 1 hour time frame, obviously we have the solid resistance up over here, right here, right? And I think at the same time we have this sort of like a support down at 1.78711. Looking at the 30-minute, yeah, we're just ranging over here. I mean, I think buys look much better above 1.78960. If we break above, it's like a 26 pip range, pretty good range to be honest. So if we break above this minor zone, I think we have clean candles moving bullish, and that may complement pound yen also moving up. You can see it's at 153.380 above 153.400. I think there's a very good opportunity for pound yen to continue moving bullish. So I think GA, if it breaks above 1.79, I guess, then we have an opportunity for price to continue moving up here as well. So GA, we're moving up at this point. GJ, sorry. And if we break above, let's say 153.400, having a stop below this current wick is going to be a pretty big stop, 18, 20 pip stop. So if you're looking for buys at that point, I would maybe say to have stops maybe within this range, around 13, 14, 15 pips away. Within this range at this point right here would make sense. Because if we're breaking above 153.400, you're not expecting price to come back in the range, even with retracement. Did you give gold a second chance? No, I did not. And the reason why is because I already took too many trades here today. So that's why I'm staying out of it. But this was a very, very good idea above 1840 for price to continue up. Do you trade in the 4 hours? Yes, sometimes. Is your back testing London and recently trading in London? How does it seem with your strategy? I think it's pretty good. London session, I've been looking at it a lot, as I'm relocating, so I'll have time to trade London as well. I've been looking at it a lot. We've done some simulations on London session as well. So it seems to be pretty good. Next time check into the Zoom. Okay, yeah. Nice. We've broken above these wicks right here now. It's pretty good. Should continue moving bullish at this point. Let's see here. We have around 153, 550, 500 area over here as well. So we'll see if we can continue on towards, 153, 600. Obviously, our bigger range is 153, 800, which is the highs of the highs. So let's see. Oh, wow. Look at that. Gold came back down. Crazy. Didn't close bullish at all. One 5-minute candle. One 1-minute candle came straight down. Damn. 12 pips. What a rejection. Gold is a true heartbreaker. Trust me. If you think your past lovers were heartbreakers, no man, gold is the heartbreaker. It's going to show you the skies and show you the heavens, and all of a sudden going to go the opposite way, and you're going to be like left strand. You're like, oh man, what's going on over here? Did you ever call the Indian guy? No, I will call him today. Yeah, I will call him today. I always forget. 100% I'll call him today. I even have his number saved. Let's see here. How to manage risk on GJ now if it retraces. Okay, so if it retraces, the only thing you're looking to manage, how you manage your risk on GJ, is that if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, right? Because I'm guessing, or I'm assuming that your entry is at 153.400, right? And your stop loss is somewhere down here in the range around 153, 260, 270. And if this 15-minute candle closes bearish, you're managing risk at that point, closing 50% and letting the rest run. But so far, it looks good. I mean, the candle closed with no wick on the top, and usually if it retraces to make a lower wick, it should continue up. But excuse me, since we have a lot of volume, I think if it does go up, then it is what it is, but it's very bullish. It closed above this area. 30-minute candle is also open. We've broken above 153.400. So yes, pretty good idea to continue moving, I guess. Oh, it looks like this GU is also working out here. Sorry, I just joined in. Did he put a buy? No, I did not put a buy, but we did call out the buys at 153,400. Does the GJ 15-minute top wick is a concern? Well, it's a low confirmation time frame, so I mean you're waiting for the 30-minute candle to close at this time. If I was in this trade, I'd be waiting for the 30-minute candle to close and then decide what I'm going to do, because we still got around 13 minutes left, 11 minutes left for the 30-minute candle to close. What are the spreads on standard account? Standard account has high spreads. I'm not sure, maybe 3 pips on pound yen, something like that. Yeah, they're pretty high. But on ECN, on pro account, it's a good spread. All right, look at that. Broke above. Oh, wow, look at that. This should be around 10 pips at this point for pound yen buys above 153,400. Very nice. Ooh, wow, what a call over here. Beautiful. Whoever got this buy on pound yen, congratulations. You got this trade here at this point. I mean, 30-minute candle broke above this area. This is what we talked about, right? If we break above these wicks, there's a high probability we're going to continue moving bullish. And that's where the impulse entry came in to point. So if you got this trade in the gulag, you guys made some pips here today on pound yen. Congratulations. I didn't execute in this trade because I already executed earlier on, but amazing. This was a very, very simple win over here. No stress. All I do is win, 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 no matter what they say. Damn, gold didn't play out at all. Gold is back in the range here now. It is what it is with gold, but pound yen took us to the promised land. Your win rate on live streams have gone down a lot lately. Well, I don't know. We had a win over here, man. What are you talking about? Possible short on gold? I don't think so. Maybe below this support here. Maybe it's a big maybe. It's a big maybe right here below the support, maybe. But other than that, I mean, I wouldn't take the short. I wouldn't take the short. Oh wow, we're moving up towards 153,550 over here. Maybe we can tap into 153,600. Where would you take profits on pound yen? I would take profits at around 10 pips and leave the rest running. GA is also about to break above this area at this point. What's the difference between pro and standard account? Spreads and commission. Pro account has low spreads. Daniel Savage is watching the stream. I'm not sure about that, but I did hear that a lot of people, signal providers, they send signals to their paid groups from a free stream. So it's like it's a good compliment. Yeah, we heard about that. JP Savage, there was a guy who used to come in the stream, donate us $5 every day for helping him with signals and stuff. Can you explain us what we can learn in that trade on gold? What we can learn in that trade on gold was, I think it was just probability, because look, the 15-minute candle closed above 1839, a rejection here. Previously, we closed above this area. Looking on the 30-minute time frame, we closed above this area. Since we closed above this area, we anticipated the next 15-minute candle to continue closing bullish. But the next 15-minute candle closed bearish, and it's basically that really lowered the probability of price to continue up. So that's where I managed my risk on gold and basically closed positions at that point. Can we call gold as fake out? Yes, I would say. I would say it's a fake out here, and if we're breaking the support, it's coming down, and yeah, great. You know, we have clean candle through the left hand side. It may continue down to 1836, 1836 even. I just joined Market Fluidity. Where can I log in? Oh, nice. Maybe so you're gonna get confirmations in about 2 hours, 3 hours. You know, it takes a little time for the information to get populated. All right, let's take a look here. Raja, was this proper risk management? That's my biggest problem at the moment. So entry at the high right over here. Close position at entry when this 15-minute candle closed bearish with no clear direction. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think it's good. That's good. Good risk management. I think risk management is really, really good if you can lose less than what you anticipated to lose. You know, that's really, really good risk management. And I'm going to show you right over here. Right? So, oh, my position on gold is about to get stopped out over here. Probably going to close this right here. So if we look at this right here, if you look at this loss right here, so my stop loss was 1838.14, right? 1838.14 right here. My entry on this trade was around 1839.66. 1839.66 right here. So this was about like a 14 pip stop. You know, this was around like a $750 risk on this trade. You know, so I managed my risk and I closed the trade at negative $252. You know, so whenever you can close a trade with a lower risk, that's pretty good at that point. You know, that's when you can say, okay, you know what, I managed my risk. If you can close your trade with a lower loss that you plan to lose. Do you provide mentorship? No. If your loss was 15 pips, do you still secure at 10 pips? If my stop loss is 15 pips, I secure 80% at 10 pips. 80% at 10 pips. And then I leave the rest running with stops at break even. That's what I do. You know, because at the end of the day, securing positions is always good. And at the same time, if your stops is 15 pips, you're managing risk. So you're never hitting your full 15 pip loss. Never. You know, so that's why I'm doing that. What's your plan on GJ? Wait for next candle to form weak bearish and go for impulse? Or the plan for GJ was a buy at 153.400. That was the plan. And that plan was already executed at 153.400. Because this was a resistance, we broke this area, buys at 153.400, and we continued to move up. Oh man, like people keep asking what happened with Daniel Savage. Okay, so before, when people used to ask me this on the live stream, I would always support the guy, right? Everyone's witness here. I would never talk bad about him. I would never say anything bad about him. I would just say, okay, you know what? He's a nice guy. He's a friend of mine, this and that. I would always support the guy all the time. But yesterday, he went after my friend's girl, messaged her about some petty stuff. You know, so he brought that stuff personal, and then he talked bad about Magic Keys, and I was like, well, hey, what's going on over here? I mean, you know, why is this happening? So, and then I guess he got, I mean, there's a video here, you can just go watch this video here. You know, if you got time there in the gulag over there. It was a complete breakdown of how a signal provider can, anyway, you can just go watch that video. Capital Hungry. I'm going to post this in the gulag. I'll post the link. Oh wow, 8.9 thousand views. This is a full, complete, technical and fundamental breakdown of how someone has no trading history, no trading record, can't show trades like this, and makes 6 figures a month by selling signals. Selling signals is a very, very profitable business, extremely profitable business, you know, and that's, I mean, this is what it is of someone who's full of ego, you know. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just someone how a person shouldn't really act in his case. So, it is what it is. Let's go back to the charts over here. So your JPY is just ranging. US 30 is about to break the higher highs to continue on moving forward. Do you think that buys on GJ is not an easy one? I didn't catch it since 15-minute close with no wick, and the stop loss would have been very big. I think the buys were very good. If we broke above 153.400, we broke above this area. If you guys remember, this was the same kind of like the buys on gold, which happened. I think it was right here. Oh yeah, right here. Buys on gold, right? You guys remember at NYSE when we broke above these wicks, I took a buy. Well, some people also took buys and price moved up. This was the same scenario on pound yen here. Once we broke above 153.400 above these wicks, clear as day for price to continue moving up. So that was the entry. But if you're worried about, the candle closing with no wick, then you were still in the trade. 153.400 still in the trade. Put stops at break even and let the rest run. What do you think about your USD? I think it's better to send a chart. If you send a chart, then we're gonna take a look at the chart and then we shall go over that chart. $200K, yes. If you multiply $1,100 with $150 a month, that's $200,000. I mean, I could charge people $50 a month for the live streams, but I make more than enough from trading. I don't need any more. I need to be greedy. Greed is a very dangerous thing, and I think that's how this person is on a slippery slope, going downwards on the greed. He was a part of Market Fluidity. I was his mentor. I taught him, a lot of stuff, and the way he just handled things is just very embarrassing. Okay. Let's see here. How you handle taxes in Canada? I have an accountant. I have a really good accountant. I need to open pro account. Can you please guide me in the procedure from Pakistan? I'm a little less informed about opening an account from Pakistan. You know what? If you don't know how to open a pro account on a very simple platform, I don't think you should be even trying to trade at that point. It's actually not that hard to open an account. Trading is way harder than that, so maybe choose, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. How much you lose on trading before being profitable, and how you handle your emotions, because I'm eager to get back all my losses. The thing is, when you're trading, you shouldn't focus on how to get back your losses. I mean, I lost around $80,000 in the first 8 months. I never thought about how to make my losses back. All I thought about was, how can I be consistent in winning? Because I knew if I can get consistent in winning, I'm going to get my losses back maybe down the road. That was my first concern. My first concern was never to make the losses back. Like in the beginning, when you're new, you're losing money, you want to make your losses back. That's totally normal, but you got to change your mindset a little bit. It's not about making your losses back. It's about, can you get consistent in winning? If you can get consistent in winning trades, on analyzing trades, or even like paper trading, then down the road you're going to get your losses back. So that's where your focus should be on. So I would say something I say all the time: just 1 to 2 trades a day. Just focus on 1 to 2 trades a day. Why does it seem like you end up having beef with all the people you mentor that ends up doing their own thing? I don't know, man. It's just lack of appreciation, lack of the way they handle themselves, and then at the same time some end up straight up copying us. Some they just fall off the hook. How do you see closing all positions halfway, stop loss before entry for managing risk? We did that here today. So let's see. Yeah, I think pound yen is still open over here for it to continue bullish. Look on the 30-minute time frame. I think we're still bullish. on pound yen. It's going to be interesting to see whether we will continue up above 153.550. My biggest struggle is now to just execute. I noticed that all my paper trades are winners. Yeah, you just got to execute. Just got to execute. If you don't execute, it's going to be pretty difficult because I always say that whenever you execute on a trade, you're committing to greatness. And the reason why you're committing to greatness is that when you're executing on the trade, you're executing on an idea you visualize, right? On an idea you learned somewhere, you saw somewhere before, you're executing on that idea. And if that idea is a winning idea, you win the trade. Now you're going to look back and say, okay, you know what? I executed on this idea. I won the trade. How can I replicate that tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week? But if you lose the trade, then you can look at it and say that, okay, you know what? I lost the trade. Let me see what went wrong, or how could I have done something different in this. So those are things that you're going to look at when you execute the trade. And if you're getting scared in executing the trade, if you're getting some sort of a confidence issue, then you may want to lower down your lot a little bit. Lower it down by let's say maybe 50%, 60%. Okay, let's see here. Do you think that if we break the previous high on GJ candle, it should continue bullish? I think so. If we break above 153.550, I really think we can continue moving bullish. What do you think are the qualities that make someone a good trader? I think if someone can focus on 1 or 2 trades a day, if someone can really manage risk in a losing trade, I think over time you're going to be a really good trader. What's this? I know you said if a candle breaks the high of the previous candle too fast, it's not a good thing. But after how much time is it good for the candle to break its high? I think it's good. I mean, if we break the high at this point, looking on the 15-minute time frame, I think we're still making higher highs and higher lows. You look at the previous 15-minute candle, this has no bottom wick over here, which means there's a lot of bullish pressure coming in. We're also moving into NY open here slowly, and I think we've broken above this resistance here, 153.400. So it could be a pretty good idea to continue bullish. The only thing is we can't fight the trend. That's the only thing. I know some people are trying to take sells. It's just very difficult to take sells. Let's take a look at GA. GA is also about to break up over here for price to continue bullish. All right, let's take a look here. This is, do you think that there was a high probability for price to continue up for impulse entry when a resistance was created as opposed to if there was no resistance here? Yeah, so there was a resistance created after this candle. So the next one broke the highs around here. This was the entry at this point. So if you look back on the stream, we discussed 2 ideas how prices are going to break up. One idea was that if price on the 30-minute candle breaks and closes above this area, then the break of the high is going to be good. Or if we break above these wicks, then we can continue moving bullish. And that's what happened at this point. Jody, yo, hey Jody, yo. How do I stop being reckless while entering trades? When I win trades, I'm fine. When I lose, I enter this zone and it's just making me overtrade. Help. God bless you. Well, when you lose, just stop. Just stop trading. Put your hands up. Be like, all right, market. All right, you got me today. Let's just back away slowly and just move away. Just move away from the market and everything's going to be okay, just like this. And then just say, all right, you know what? We're done. That's what you got to do. What you don't want to do is come back at the market and say, okay, hey, you know what? Let me show you, market. Don't do that. Market is going to hit you with a 1-2-1-2 cross hook, and then you're going to be down. So can't do that. It's going to be a knockout, fam. Yeah, just back away. When you lose a trade, put your hands up and back away slowly. That's it. You know what I did today? I had a loss on gold. I was like, all right, you know what, market? I'm just gonna back away. And I just backed away. Sometimes when you back away, you will miss a winning move. Like, I had a loss on gold and then a win on GJ, and I didn't really get FOMO about that at all because I already decided to just put my hands up and walk away. And you will miss moves. It's better to miss moves than to be in a risky losing trade. I usually don't enter impulse on GJ, but today it created a resistance before breaking it, so I thought it was the right to break my rule to enter impulse. Yes, Jonathan, I think that was the right idea to kind of bend your rules to see whether something works that you've seen before. So I think it was pretty good. I was on D Mentorship, the first day trading live. He did 6 trades that didn't work out, sending those signals to people who listened to him, thinking the right thing to do. Yeah, I mean, that's a sad thing, like you have new people come in and new people see someone who has 3 cars or 4 cars, and I mean, new people think that's real, but they don't understand that's your money. I mean, going to the clubs and throwing money, that's your subscription money being thrown on the ground, because there's no history of trades. There's no history of trades, there's no withdrawal, there's nothing. It's just do some analysis, just like we do analysis on the charts, just do some cognitive analysis. It's your money thrown on the ground, man. It's your money that are being used to buy bottles, I mean, just your money paying for the car payments, paying for the cars. I'm located in the US. What's this? Let's see here. Let's see here. When should we make a trade based on impulse, and when should we wait for a candle close? That depends, So when this candle was moving above 153,400, the whole idea was okay. So this was the whole idea. Let me just black out everything right here. I'm going to black out all this area right here, right? The whole idea was that if the next candle can close like this, then this is where you could say that, okay, now I'm going to take a trade on the next candle to continue up. That was the first idea, right? Second idea, let me remove this right here. Second idea was that, okay, if the next candle, it breaks the highs of the wicks to the left-hand side, that's going to be an impulse entry because we know how pound yen moves. Pound yen has a lot of volume, gold has a lot of volume. So when we break the highs at this point, that's going to be a much better idea for price to continue up. And at that point, you can take an impulse entry for it to continue moving bullish. Because we're breaking above the highs to the left. So it's not about when we should wait for the candle to close or not. It's about what's really happening at that time. Are we breaking the wicks on the left-hand side, or is the candle closing within that zone? A really good example is pound yen here that basically broke above 153,400 to continue up, and gold that basically closed above this area for the next candle to continue up. So this takes a little bit of time to understand, like impulse entries, it takes time, it takes practice. You got to see it happen over and over again, and it just, and slowly but surely you're gonna get a hang of it. Can you talk about all the trades you took today? Yes. So the first trade was a pound yen trade. Let me bring these up over here. Okay, so first trade was the pound yen trade. There was this one right here. And you can see the blue arrow, you can see the red arrow all the way up over here. So this was when we broke above 152.200. If you look to the left-hand side, you can see this was resistance being held last whole week, right? So we broke above 152.200. This candle broke above. Next candle did a retest. When this candle, this was the half an hour before Asian Open. We started breaking the high of the previous candle. I was like, okay, you know what? Impulse entry. That's it. Impulse entry, took the trade, price went up, put stops at break even, and then we continued moving up. That was the first trade. Second trade, this was another buy on pound yen. This buy was right over here. It was on the 15-minute time frame right here. Price closed above. Took the buy on this candle, had stops below this candle. We went in profits and basically closed at a retracement at this time because, you know, we were moving up bullish, right? Bullish, we got to take buys at that point. This was a buy on gold. Gold buy, gold. Gold buy was right over here. So let's remove this area. Let's remove this area right here. And let's bring this here. Yeah. So this was the gold buy right here. Price broke the high of the previous candle. We had like a 18 to 20 pip range, and you know, took the buy. Stops were down over here, then put stops to break even. Price went up, closed partials, and that got stopped out when this red candle came down. And then took another buy right here, which is a losing trade. This buy was taken right at this blue arrow, and then, you know, price basically came down and managed my risk. You can see these two red arrows right here. These two red arrows, this one and this one. This is where the risk was managed on the trade.
Hey Raja.
Hey, how are you?
Morning, brother. I'm doing really good. Can I see your settings on that other chart of the colors? Because I like how you have them.
Colors?
Yeah, like on the other chart that you were just on.
This one?
Yeah, like how do you get your colors like that? Can I see your, so I can just take a picture of this? Yes, hold on.
Yeah, take a screenshot.
Yes, sir.
Take a screenshot right now. In 3, I'm never going to show it again. 3.
No, I already took it. I'm good. Thank you.
2. Yeah. It took me a while to find these colors over here.
How do you also put the rectangle on this screen?
Oh, it's right here, rectangle.
How do you get that like option to have all of them right there like that?
Oh wow, look at this. Yeah, so you go to properties.
Mm-hmm.
And then this comes up, and then you basically hit fill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, gold really broke up over here. Nice. Looks like we're going to move up towards 1842. Okay, what's going on? Ooh, Anthony Murchison donated $3. What you see GU doing today? GU. Let's see here. GU is moving bullish. We're approaching some sort of rejection area around 1.41260. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, let's take a look to the left hand side and see what this area is. This is some sort of a rejection area here, okay? Yeah, I guess we're moving up, but we're creating a support here as well. So yeah, I think we have a little bit more range to go up. It's not enough range, so I don't see anything to take a trade in this point on GU. Can you send the screenshot in Slack? Oh, someone else asked that. Okay. You can also go back in the YouTube stream and get those colors. Okay, let's see here. Okay. GU is a monthly resistance. That's true. How do you look at spreads on MT5? You can basically look at Market Watch. I'm on 8 months in trading. It's my very passion. Now my father supported me for capital rather to go to college in 2 years if I had his results. Oh, nice. If you don't get results, you're going to go back to the army. Well, that's also pretty good. You know, at least you're going to have something to do. That's like saying if you reach your risk for trading, you're going to be sent to the army. All right, let's take a look here. There's a 50-50 chance if it creates resistance, most will follow. The 15-minute was closed with no wicks, so we should take it in consideration as I backed off from the pound trade as 15-minute has closed with no wick. Yeah, I mean, it's still open at this point. You know, we're still creating this higher low for price to continue bullish. And if we do break above, you know, 153,590, 153,600, I think we can continue on towards 153,700 at this point. I've been watching the stream for the last year and I'm quite successful thanks to you. From Pakistan, I can open an account via bank transfer. I don't have much knowledge about crypto. Oh, okay, nice. So just email Dominion Market support and they will get back to you with more information. Let's take a look at this chart. This is pound AUD 15-minute chart. No trade zone. Would you trade this range? You know, to be honest, sells below this area, they look a little bit choppy here because, you know, as we break below this area, it just looks way too choppy. You got a lot of wicks over here. So, I mean, I guess you're anticipating a clean candle to come down. So let's take a look at pound AUD idea over here. So, right. I think a better move is going to be below 1.78700 for price to continue down. Yeah, but then again, you have like a 14 pip range here down to this area here on the 15-minute chart. 30 minutes also pretty choppy at this point. I mean, I think the best thing to do would be to wait for the 30-minute or 15-minute candle to close above this resistance. If we close above this area, then I think you have a much bigger range for price to continue up towards 1.79250 at least. How can Gulag write in the Zoom? Gulag is banned from writing in the Zoom. Gulag can't write in the Zoom. Would it make sense to say that the gold buys didn't work out because of the wicks? Yeah, I mean, it could, but, you know, I was still confident it should continue moving bullish because, you know, the 30-minute candle, 15-minute candle closed above this area, but I guess, you know, it had to do a deeper retest, so it is what it is. Why some brokers have no commissions on gold for ECN accounts? I have no idea. No idea. ECN accounts always have commissions. Probably they have higher spreads, but I have no idea. Kindly, any open trade I can take advantage in joining the stream late? Maybe buys on pound yen? You know, maybe buys on pound yen. We called buys at around 153,400. Anticipating it to tap into 700. So if that happens, I think that's going to be a pretty good move. What's this? Abdullah Harfoush is sending your trade you took on GJ to his group as a signal, and he is tagging you to get more followers. He had to. Well, you know, at least he's giving credit. People don't even give credit. You know, I know we have some signal providers in the stream over here that do copy trades and give them off to their groups. They don't even give credit. You know, it is what it is. We're feeding them, so that's okay. Let's see here. I have 2 questions and would appreciate if you look at them. Well, we can only look at 1 question, and let's take a look over here. 2 questions in the gulag is a bit of a stretch. So we're going to look at 1 question over here. Oh, GU, waited for this resistance to break. Okay, support created. How should I trade this setup? I think when this candle, so here's what happened, right? We made a high over here, and we know whenever price makes a high, there's a high probability for the high to be retested, right? So we made the high right here. We made support. I think when this candle broke the high of the previous candle, that would have been a really good idea to execute a buy. Yeah, that would have been a very good idea to execute a buy. How would you have executed buys on GJ on London session? We already talked about that. And later on, I'm going to post my full breakdown on how I executed buys. Let's see here. This is... Oh, what's happening over here? GA 5-minute chart. Order block formed, waiting for break of support. then marked out the order block. Took entry on the 5-minute, 22, meaning have 2 pip and stop loss. Oh, nice. Beautiful. Very nice move over here. Price came straight down. All right, looks like gold is about to break above 1841 to continue bullish. Oh, nice. Yeah, this should continue up at this point now. We have a lot of range to cover here. We have till 1843 for price to move into around like 20 pips. You know, should be a pretty good move here for gold to continue bullish. Around 20 more pips to go. Gold is out. Coming in strong. What was the breaking point in your trading career when you became profitable? I think the breaking point was realizing that I need to focus on 1 or 2 trades a day, 1 session, 1 or 2 pairs, and that's it. That was the major turning point. Let's take a look at this chart over here. I took an entry on the break. Oh yeah, this was I would never take an entry like this. No, never. That's taking a trade at the very high. You know, I mean, it's just not good. You know, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we were talking about how always to look at how are you going to execute on big candles, you know. So if you took entry at the high over here, you need to look at that. Okay, we had a move up. How you could have had an entry on this move up. You know, try to explain to yourself how you could have had the entry on this move up. And the only way we can say that is, like, we also called this out in the morning, was maybe the break above 153,400 could have been the idea to take an entry for price to move up. That would have been the idea. You know, rather than taking a trade at the very top, always look to see how you could have had the chance to enter a trade on this big candle. You know, and then make notes, because this is going to happen over and over and over again. And looks like the 5-minute candle is about to close for the next one to continue bullish. If we break the high over here, I think we're going to continue moving up over here on gold. Nice slow day to relax. My runner run and I can recover. Oh, nice. Let's see here. Hey, Mr. Raja, are those profits demo guru profits or legit? Can't trust no one these days because MT5 accounts can be manipulated and you know it. You know, it is what it is. You know, if you want to believe it, believe it. You don't want to believe it, that's fine. But you can stay here on the stream and have fun at the same time and learn. Pakistan is all this kind and give free to others. The market does not affect by retailers' lot sizes. No, not at all. Not at all. The market is only affected by, you know, institutions moving things. So look at this. Now we're breaking above the highs at this point. We're breaking above the highs to continue up. And for the person who asked, are those fake profits? They're not, because most trades are all broken down. You know, they're taken. Some of the trades I even take with people in the group. So, you know, that's how it is. And I'm sorry, MetaTrader 5 cannot be, what's the word? What was the word? Manipulated. It's MT4 because MetaCode stopped providing support for MT4. So you can do a lot of manipulation with that now. But MT5, you cannot. That's why at Dominion Markets, we only went with MT5. I think the best thing you can do in life is to watch the stream and improve. This is the best way to make dollars in life. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, if I was a new trader, man, I'd be hooked on these free streams. 100%, you know, like every stream is completely different. Just like every trade is completely different, every stream is completely different. You know, we've been here for the last 3 years every morning doing the streams. And the people who hate, they come around maybe once a month to drop a comment here and there. You know, that's still okay. But we've been here going strong every day for the past three and a half years. So we can see we're breaking above 1841. possibly continue on towards 1843 at this point. Are you standing? Yes. Boxing match? No, I don't have beef with anybody. I don't have beef with anyone. No one. Even if you don't give mentorship at this point, I consider you my mentor. Oh, thank you, thank you. Do you think buys will be valid if pound yen comes to retest 153, 143? I think a retest is needed because, you know, if we create some sort of a support or consolidation, and if we start breaking above the highs, then obviously we can continue moving up. What if someone has beef with you? Then that's their issue. Like, you know, Sean Lee had beef with me. He came to see me, which was amazing. But, you know, then he never came after that. We also invited him, but that didn't happen. But that's another story for another day. Gold 30-minute chart. We have gold 30-minute chart fake out. We're moving up over here. 1841 is your entry. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, we have these wicks here to the left-hand side to fill. Where's that chart? Oh, we lost it. But yeah, good. Just manage risk. Just manage risk. Don't go too hard on a Monday. You know, it's a Monday. Don't go too hard on a Monday. Just relax, you know, chill out. And, you know, if you get a losing trade, just call it a day on a Monday. You know, there's no reason to chase a trade. I had a loss on gold. I did not chase that loss at all. Oh, wow. Look at this. Gold just reversing. You know, when you take a loss and you get emotional about it, that's when things take the turn for the worse. And you look at Viggy, the way he has his head in his hand, he's like, oh my God. Not saying you're losing, but like just saying that's how you feel at some point. You know, you're like,
oh. I'm done. I got a million pound. I'm done for the day.
Nice. You know, when you lose a trade and getting emotional, just put your hands in your head. You're like, oh no, why? Why me? I went through that phase. Would lose so much sometimes. I'd go pray. I'd come back and my drawdown would increase. I'm like, what the hell? I even prayed. Yeah. GA. Oh yeah, GA looks good. Look at that. We're moving above this area. NY open. This is the NY open right now. Looking at the 30-minute candle. The best thing would be to wait for this 30-minute candle, this one here, to come down, create a lower wick, and then break the high for price to continue up. This is something we learned in the simulation we did this past Saturday. How often do you manage risk on the 5-minute? Only on gold. Only on gold, all the time. Because gold has a lot of volume and you don't want to go in a big drawdown on gold. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Nice, looks like this is coming down to possibly create a support to continue bullish. Let's take a look at this chart here coming from the Gulag. From the Gulag. How often do you... Oh. Hey Raja, please, how you didn't fall in this trap? If this was me, I would buy in the first break and it would end up a losing trade. Because 152.200 was a very, very, very strong level. It was an extremely strong level here. 152.200. Very strong level. Oh, it was down here. Yeah. 152.200 was a very, very strong level. So it was an Asian session, and Asian session normally doesn't have enough volume to continue pushing price. Normally, it always does a retest, you know, in the Asian session. So that's what happened. It did a retest, broke the high, and then it continued up. These things you learn when you look at something over and over and over again. You know, if this was, let's say, pound yen, or if this was, no, if this was, let's say, the London session, New York session would have had a very high probability to continue moving bullish. But since this was the Asian session, which has lower volume than those sessions, so it made sense for it to do some sort of a retest. But if it didn't do a retest, I would have basically missed the trade. Then that would have been like, it is what it is, you know. So based on what I've seen, it did a retest, entry right here, and price continued to move up. I watched TED Talks in market fluidity, and it really changed my views about the life. Crazy deep, made me realize that I don't want flashy things. Yeah, man, I think the best thing to do is to just grow your assets. That's the one reason why I'm relocating, to just grow my assets. One Rolex wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It wouldn't hurt. But still, man, it's like 15,000. When I think about 15,000, I'm like, damn, do I really want to spend 15,000? Does time really need to be that expensive? Nah. I actually did bought a watch. I'll show you guys. It's in the mail right now. It's a pretty good watch, Romer. My granddad used to have this watch here. Romer watches. He bought the watch in World War II, and till he died, he still had that watch. Yeah, Romer watches. They're pretty good watches. See this Romer, so nice. Yeah, I think it's this one right here in blue. It's gonna be here maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you know. This is a treat to myself for my birthday. You know, so I don't spend money, man. I don't like to spend money because it's really hard to make money, and you spend it for what?
A dead watch, you know, a dead watch.
Okay, we got you. Let's see here. Will the streams be $20 when Raja relocates? No. The streams will always be free. Let's see here. Just popped my lens back into my glasses after I dropped them. Gold needs to, yeah. I mean, we're still ranging here. Like pound yen is trying to range here to maybe move up or retrace. Gold is also kind of like retracing. Pretty hard to move at this point. GA, oh wow, GA looks like it may continue moving up over here. But the only thing worries me is that there's no lower wick at this time, and the hour just started 5 minutes ago. So may want to have a little bit of a retracement for it to continue moving bullish. Are taxes less where you're moving? Yes. Do you think? I don't think anyone's. I don't know. I don't think anyone's a scam. You just need to do your own due diligence. But I do think some people are really shady. When I'm on a trade and close half, I press F9 to mark execution. But Dominion Markets closing per one lot is grayed out. This is not customer support for Dominion Markets or Magic Keys. I think you need to contact the respective companies. Guys, I'm not customer support. Like, what do you guys think? I'm gonna sit here and do customer support? No, man. You got emails. Go send emails. What are the odds of live stream times changing? The odds are very slim. I think the times are still going to be the same. Let's see here. Having lost a problem in where to enter, struggling with FOMO. If you're struggling with FOMO, here's what you need to do, right? If you're struggling with FOMO, you need to stop looking to execute a trade. You just need to stop looking to execute a trade, right? If you're having FOMO, just take a paper trade or take a 0.01 lot and see if that works out. If that works out, just step away and make notes on how it worked out or why it worked out, you know, because that thing is going to happen over and over again. And if you're not cognitively, logically ready about why it happened, you're not going to be able to execute later on as well. So whenever you have a winning trade, map it out, write it out, you know, draw the candles the way it formed, and then look for the same opportunity next week or next month or even tomorrow. You know, if that's a losing trade, then try to write down that why it was a losing trade or how you could have made the correct decision. Will you trade London session? No, I'm only going to be in New York. Guys, how many times do I have to repeat this? It's only going to be NY streams. Oh wow, look at that. There goes gold. Let's take a look on the 5 minute. Man, gold is just being difficult on the 5 minutes over here. Ranging up and down, throwing a lot of wicks on the 15-minute time frame. Crazy. How can I join market fluidity? If you can find it, you can find it. If you can't, then you know it is what it is. Let's see here. Yeah, GA needs to make a lower wick to continue bullish, I think. When our commissions total meets Magic Key's price, how do we go about getting it sent to us? You need to contact Dominion Markets. We pay people to answer those questions, and I don't pay myself to answer those questions, so I can't answer them. Oil is quite volatile. Is it good idea to day trade? Yeah, I know some people who day trade oil. You know, if you look at, okay, let's take a look at oil over here. I do know some people who day trade oil, so I think you could. I mean, what's that right now? 60 something? Oil futures. Let's take a look here. Oh, 3.5. I don't even know what's the correct symbol for oil. What is it? Crude oil? Yeah, 65. What internet service are you planning to use? I have no idea. Why would you move out of Canada? Because I don't know. I think it's mainly to do with the school system. I think the school systems here are more focused on being politically correct, and I don't think that's the right way to educate a child. In Ontario, they're moving into online-based classes now, and I don't think online classes are going to be any help to children. You know, I mean, because children need social interaction. They need interaction with teachers. They need interaction with other kids, you know, and I mean, that's how a child develops, you know, and can't. So that's why. That's one of the main reasons why I'm moving. Can't do it online, man. Online learning, there's no such thing as an online learning for a 4-year-old or for a 5-year-old. I mean, what the fuck is a 5-year-old going to do sitting in front of a laptop? You know? Hey, let's say a guy's name is Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, can you press the unmute button? Jonathan doesn't even know how to move the fucking mouse. You're telling him to press the unmute button? iPad in front of the face. Yeah, that's true, man. It's just wild. Kid gets bored. Oh, I want to watch Blippi, or I want to watch Peppa Pig, or whatever cartoons they are.
I mean, kids barely pay attention in class, so you can only imagine online.
Yeah, right. It just can't. Like whoever's in high school right now, they can agree with this. Like online classes, it's not the same interaction, not the same. I mean, it's just not the same. Just not the same.
You know, especially with all the distractions they have nowadays. Jeez.
Yeah. You're watching the Zoom meeting, all of a sudden you get an Instagram notification on the top right corner. You're like, oh shit, what happened? Let me take a look at that. Is it possible for someone from the UK to move to Pakistan? Yes, you can. Is it good to raise your child in Pakistan? Oh yeah, absolutely. It's all about culture. I think there's a lot of culture there. So I think that's good. I'm in online class now, trading while on class. Oh, nice. Beautiful.
Hey, Raja, did you see that there is an app right now at the Google Store or App Store that it actually lets you know, like, the answer for the test or things to do, like those exams and testing out of the school? Like, they're saying you need to do a 300-word exam or test about something on history. They're going to this website. They will map it out, text it all the way. They copy paste it, and that will be like pretty much in 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, yes. Someone told me about that app, bro. It seemed like you're talking to us from Moon or something. Far.
Dude, he's making the first trade in space.
No, it felt like.
SpaceX, that's why.
Oh, yo, it's too loud.
Houston, do you
Sorry,
copy?
sorry about
Houston,
that.
do you copy?
Man's on space, you know. Man's on space.
Jesus. Good morning, Raja. Good morning,
Hey.
Kim.
Good morning, Kervin. How are you?
Good, my brother.
Morning, Papa.
Morning, Inad.
Man, was really hoping gold's gonna have a smooth move till 1843, but it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because it's respecting that resistance on the previous rejections, basically from yesterday, from Friday.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see tomorrow. Today, I think we may have some sort of breakout from that area, from that rejection from the 1842s. You know, basically going to 1850. But the good play is gonna be tomorrow, because if we reject that area, we may retrace all the way back down toward 1820s. So it's gonna be really easy to wait until tomorrow. You know, I'm not a big fan of trading resistance on the weekly candles, so I will wait for price to break outside that resistance from Friday.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of strong rejections here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to take a buy on gold. Took a buy when we broke above 1839, and then just managed risk and got stopped out. And then now it's just the way it just moved. It just threw a lot of wicks over it. It kind of like put me on the sidelines. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's you know, it's pre-New York. That was pre-New York. That move was pre-New York. So yeah, that's why. If that move happened, let's say 8 a.m., the move that you will looking for, then it's easy to play. But there's no volume around 7 a.m. or before 7 a.m., then it's a little bit tricky.
Okay, what's going on? I caught 40 pips on gold. Oh, nice. Getting ready to take this trade on US 30. Yeah, it looks good. I would say maybe wait for the price to close above this area and then try to take a buy on US 30.
Yeah, gold's breaking the highs of the hour.
Yeah, looks like it. We may tap into 1843 here finally. This big rejection is where I got caught out. I got caught in this big rejection here.
Hey, good morning, Roger.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
So I'm looking at GG, okay? I don't know if you would agree with me or not, but looking at it, there is some sort of a 4-hour rejection on the left. So do you think that it's going to be a problem for price to push up from there?
You know, I think that if it is rejecting this area, which it seems like it is,
yeah,
it may create some sort of a support to come up to retest the high.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I can think, you know, if it moved up, made a high, if it's rejecting, it may create a support to continue moving bullish.
Okay, that makes sense. Because I was looking on the left to see if what's the next target, but it looks like there's a lot of problems when I look on the left. Because there's a big rejection area. That's why I wanted to see your opinion on it.
Oh yeah, right here, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it creates a support to continue moving up or not.
Okay, makes sense. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries. But I think really good sells are going to be below 153, you know, 120.
Yeah, for sure. That's the plan.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Let's see if that happens. Long term to the upside looks very choppy, large candles, but very messy when it comes to looking for buy opportunities. How would you advise they should be executed? we did advise on buys here earlier on. So at this time, like, maybe wait for support to form, or maybe send a chart on what you're looking at. Maybe we can take a look at that. Please explain a bit about investor account. How will it work? So on the leaderboard, you'll deposit money on the investor account, and then you're going to choose a master account to follow. That's how it's going to work. So all the trades taken on master accounts are going to get copied to your accounts. Yeah. Last week I made 5,000 during my financial market exam. If teacher knew so much about the financial market, he would be teaching Zoom classes. He wouldn't be teaching. Man, I want to be in that class. Okay, let's see here. How are the risks calculated on investor account? Is it fixed lot sizes? Yes. So you can determine your risk, how much risk you want to put on, per trade. What will be the profit split? The master account determines the profit split, and you can see that as well. They can keep it at 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%. So if they make $10 and their profit split is 10%, then you basically make $9. But if the profit split is, let's say, 20%, then you make $8. So that's how it's done. What will be yours? Mine is going to be, I don't know, probably like 10%, 15%. Definitely not going to give people 10% a day. It's not going to work like that, because I can only risk a lot on my account, and here's the thing. When you know that there are a bunch of people following you and following your trades, it affects your psychology a little bit, because then it's not the same. Because I can lose 30% in a day, no problem. I'll be like, okay, yeah, no problem. I can just redeposit money, but when you have people following you, that's a whole nother thing at that point.
Morning, Raja.
Hey, good morning, bro.
And you're absolutely right, bro. People fail to realize that when you got investors, it's a whole different game.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, like, when you take a trade like this, you got people messaging you, hey, why'd you take this trade? Why'd you take this trade?
When you gonna exit? Are you gonna close partials?
Yeah.
Are you gonna enter again?
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, look at this, US 30. Taking impulse entry on US 30 is going to be very difficult, because you got to wait for the candle to actually close above this area for price to continue up. Why is the Forex community so toxic lately? It's not toxic. It's not toxic when someone gets called out on their bullshit. When someone gets called out on their bullshit, it is what it is. You got caught. And if someone wants to say that's toxicity, then so be it. But that's the truth. Truth is not toxic. It's just not toxic at all. The truth always comes out one way or the other. What's the minimum deposit? I don't know, maybe $100, $50. Bitter truth is toxic. That's true. If the truth is bitter, that's toxic. Wow, look at gold. Look at gold come down over here. It's straight rejection. Super, super, super hard.
Yeah. It's not liking that resistance, that previous rejection from Friday. That's why it's really annoying trying to trade gold, at a weekly resistance or a weekly support, any of them.
Are the trades you're going to be taking, will you be taking them on your main live account, or will you be entering a side capital? I'm going to be entering a side capital on that account, and then I'm going to be doing that. My main live account is going to be, my living expenses, stuff like that.
Hey, Raja, just to add on the investor accounts, I think some people are having problems understanding that it's in ratio. So basically, like they think that they might open with like $100 account and they're gonna flip it overnight, depending on what your account is. They have to understand that it's within ratio. So if you make 1%, they're gonna make 1%. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I used to get that a lot. I would get people following me with a $250 account, and they're talking about, but Burner, you're at 1100%. Why am I not flipping my account yet? It's like, well, whatever point you followed me at is where you gotta. You know what I mean? Like that point has to be the flipping point for you to flip. You know?
Yeah.
They think they're gonna get in with you at like 500% and flip it when you get to 600. It's like, no, that's not how that works.
Yeah, because I remember like you took your account to 1100%. God damn.
What was that?
Sound like some jerk goat for later for lunch.
Sounds like a plan, Bernard.
Sound like we getting ready for lunch, huh?
How do you get the IP addresses here? That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get the IP addresses from Zoom. Oh, you can't.
Trying to find a permanent solution, eh?
Yeah, trying to find a permanent solution.
Check if it's from Miami.
Was that Daniel?
Oh, looks like we're trying to make a move here on pound yen here. 15-minute candle is about to close. Oh, we broke above 585 here, broke above the wick. Can we tap into 153.700? Let's see here. Yeah, so back to what we're saying was that like if you did 1100%, and if you from 1100 you went to 1200, that doesn't mean you did another 100%.
Yeah, people used to think that all the time.
Yeah.
Burner, I've been following you since 500 and I haven't flipped my account yet. It's like, yeah, I gotta get to 1,000 now for you to flip it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so from 1100 you'll have to get to 2200 for someone to flip the account if they started from 1100.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the other main thing is you know, the percentage is key. You know, that's what they keep forgetting about as well. They expect you to go and get 5-10% every day on top of that. And it's like, I'm sorry, $100 account, 5% a day. You know, gotta be cautious.
Gotta be cautious.
Use about a jump.
What's the reason that you trade live? I don't know. I think it's fun. You know, it's fun to show off skills. Oh wow, look at this GA. GA actually did make that lower wick, and now it's continued to move up.
And looks like GG is gonna follow.
Yep, looks like GG is gonna follow here as well. All the way to 700 and then potentially to 153.800. Man, this morning Osteoman took sells on pound yen for some reason. He took sells and someone tried to tell him, hey man, don't take sells, and Osteoman said, listen, I have years and dimensions of experience over you. And I just saw that, I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, okay.
Famous last words.
Right? Same exact words. And I'm like, yo. I don't know, man. Just gotta trade the trend. Just don't fight the trend.
I don't know why people try to overcomplicate stuff.
Yeah.
You trade what you see, not what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's that idea about knowing where banks trade when the banks don't really release that information where they trade. It's just these hypothetical scenarios that, oh, this is where banks are taking positions. Hopefully that allows you to send a link back to the Forex family, not keep up the YouTube stream. Oh, is it easy to withdraw from Dominion markets to my bank? Yes. I think in the last month we processed around 60,000 in withdrawals. Man, some guys there are really hammering the banks there. There's this one guy, he took his account from 10,000 to 41,000. And we're like, whoa, what's going on over here? All right, let's take a look at this chart here, GA chart. Oh, nice, beautiful. Impulse buys at this point, price moved up. Amazing. Simple analysis. GA came right up over here. This is what we were talking about too, because when this candle was forming, it had no lower wick. You know, as soon as it made this lower wick, I wish I was looking at this. It made this lower wick, broke its own high, and then just amazing move here at this point. Where can I find more information on investor account? We'll have that posted on the website with full directions and all information how to go about that in about a day or two. It's just a matter of who's going to write it. Who's going to write that all up? But we'll get it up. Someone please tell me how to get Dogecoin out of Trust Wallet. Oh, I think you should hold it. I'm curious, if we make money through trading by using a broker, who pays us the profit and who get the profit if we have a loss? So all orders are sent to the market and they're sent to the banks, right? And when you make profits, those profits are paid by the banks. But the banks count on majority of people losing. So, like, you know, I guess that's where they make their money. So when you make profits, the profits, like, you know, they come from the banks. But if you lose, the money just gets lost in the markets. We as brokers, we take commissions. Since 2 hour, we're building on gold, the bearish volume divergence on the 15-minute. Nice. Bearish volume divergence coming in right up.
New 30 minutes on G is gonna be really nice. I'm just expecting the current 15-minute candle to close above that 153,600. Then the new 30-minute candle is gonna do the job for the 4-hour candle close. Everything looks good to you on GJ, to be honest.
I agree with that. What that bearish divergence mean? Up or down? I think it means down. Okay, let's see here. Are you going to sell your house and car? No. Already sold my car. Got a pretty good offer on the car. So guy's going to come pick it up tomorrow. The house is going to go on rent because that's property. You know, can't sell property. It's going to make money on it.
You gonna miss that SRT or what?
Yeah, man. That's the only thing I'm going to miss. It's the only thing I'm going to miss.
Well, that means you're not gonna miss Jeevan, hanging out with Jeevan.
Yeah, Jeevan's a nice guy, you know. But man, that's the fastest 7-seater car I've ever been in. It's just, I mean, you feel like the king on the road when you're on the road. Every car tries to race you. People stop and ask you, "Hey man, how many horses you got in that tank, man?" But mostly they're old people too.
Doesn't a Tesla have like 7 seats?
No, I don't think so. Tesla? No, Tesla has 4 seats, I think.
No. Their
The
Model
Tesla
X.
SUV has one, I think. Yeah.
It has 7 seats at like 600 and something horsepower.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but we talk about this
Electric,
little
bro.
issue on Friday. You don't have anything like a roar sound, like a
Oh,
man.
I lied. It's actually 1,020 horsepower. Wow.
Damn. What is that? That's the Model S? X?
X, yeah.
Yeah, Model X. Damn.
Let's take a look at these seats over here. Oh yeah, they got 7 seats. Okay.
Yeah, this is the one where it's like, yeah, the wing doors.
Yeah, the wing doors. Let's see how much is it in Pakistan. Price. Model. Oh, they only have Model S. Oh, what? Oh,
Holy
damn.
shit.
You know how much this is in US dollars?
Fucking stupid.
This is $280,000.
Holy shit.
That's like equivalent to a Lambo, man.
Probably
Wow.
to get imported in, right?
Yeah.
To get imported in and they tax it.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Tax it.
they tax the living fuck out of it. That's what happens.
It's like more than 100% on like luxury vehicles.
5 करोड़
Yeah.
लेने मैंने 4 करोड़
200%.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 200% tax. Crazy. But that's not
going to have a Prado.
Yeah, that's also very expensive. Let's see. Cars are expensive. The thing is, cars there, they appreciate in value. You know, or they never depreciate. They always depreciate in value because our rupee is just going down and down, you know, so the cars always appreciate in value.
It's cheap to get car repairs back home too.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
Speaking of cars, aren't there like a processor like thing for cars being like kind of in demand right now, or they're not producing enough that used cars are going up in value and building equity now? That's what I heard.
I don't know because there are cars coming in. I mean, Kia is really heavy there. Kia just released their cars there, like their Sorento. Hyundai also released their cars over there, Tucson's and stuff like that. But they're also pretty expensive. Like the Kia Sorento, which costs here like for 30,000, it costs like 70,000 over there. You know, so they are making cars there, but mostly like, you know, people buy like Hondas and Toyotas because they're cheaper to fix, and but they're also very expensive too, like $40,000, $45,000, stuff like that. Have you made a profit on your SRT? No, I think I lost like 7,000.
What you think about Mehran, Raja bhai?
Yeah, it's very good. This is the first. Oh, damn.
Who is that?
Yo, brother, you be having the weirdest people.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Oh man, they win, they shout, they lose, they shout.
Cannot guess him.
Would breaking this high on GJ would be a good buy? I would say, I don't know. It's gonna be very tricky because, like, you know, at the same time you got the 4-hour candle closing here as well. And if you look on the 4-hour, 4 hours is about to close. We've already moved a lot since the market opened, right? Straight move up over here. Looking to the left-hand side, man, there's nothing to the left-hand side. We have some resistance approaching at 700, 800 at this point. Like, look, this is the resistance on the 4-hour, you know, around 700, 800. So when the next 4-hour candle starts, you may see a little bit of a retracement down for price to move up. You know, but then again, there might be no retracement at all on pound yen because it's very, very bullish at this time. GA is still moving up. We had a good analysis on GA as well. GU, holy, GU broke above this area and just moving straight bullish at this time.
Yeah, Raja, I personally feel anyone trading any Aussie pair, I feel the Aussie dollar against the US dollar is still going to push up a little bit more. So,
Oh, okay.
I've
So,
basically been riding, I've been riding the momentum since Friday. It pushed up, and then yesterday when the market opened for Asian session, it basically consolidated up until London when we finally had to push up again. And now it was testing 78.84 as a support resistance level, as a resistance, but then the last 15-minute candles kept retesting it to finally look like it's getting ready to boost upward like a rocket up, you know?
yeah. AUD USD?
Yeah, man.
Let's
Wifey.
take a look at this. AUD USD. Oh, wow, crazy. It's still moving up over here. Rocketing straight bullish.
All this about to come clutch.
Yeah, like at this point, I'm not looking to buy anymore, obviously, because look at how high we are. So, but it is respecting the top side of my support level at 78.84. And it looks, like I said, with the EMAs and everything, the way that my EMAs are set up, they look like they're ready to boost. That's why if you look at, I know you guys don't look at EMAs much, but if you look at the 15-minute, you would have seen about 30 minutes ago, we tapped the 14 EMA on the 15-minute, which is typically a buy for me. And then ever since that point, we've been pushing back up, you know, to retest the last highs that were created from this morning.
Oh, nice. Yeah, see that rejection here down over here as well.
Hold on, let me pull up your chart. Yes, exactly. That little zone right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually where I bought at last night in that area.
Okay, nice, nice.
Part of one of the areas that boosted. Oh wait, no. The zone lower than that was where I got in last night. I apologize.
Okay. Apology accepted today.
Only today.
Just today. Man, gold has a very strong rejection at 1843. I don't know if we're going to break above this area or are we going to reject it. Gold has been a total roller coaster since morning. Up, down, up, down, up.
Yeah, I've been literally looking for a trade all morning, but
how do you set a target when a script is at all-time high or all-time low? I go with like 10-15 pip increments. That's how I go with 10-15 pip increments. How do you explain in COT data for GU? I don't look at COT data at all. Oh, it looks like GG is about to continue to break up over here if it continues to break up. I'm not looking at any trades, but it seems like it should continue moving bullish. GA also completed up this area here to continue up too. Amazing. The only good move we had was on GJ today, above 153,400. This was the move on GJ. Really good move here today. Why you didn't enter at 153,400? Because I already took my trades for the day, so I wasn't looking to take an entry anymore on pound yen. Let's see what USD CAD is doing. Oh wow, it's breaking below this area as well. 30-minute candle broke below. Nice. People in the gulag are getting better with their trades. It's pretty good to see. Just want to thank you a lot for teaching me discipline. I only take one loss per day and I call it a day. What do you think about one loss per day? I think that's amazing. One loss per day. Usually when I get a losing trade, I call it a day at that point. You know, because I was winning, I took 3 trades I was winning, and then I took 1 loss, and I was like, okay, you know what? My luck is running out, so I stopped. And as soon as I stopped, we called the winning trade on GJ, and you know, basically, it is what it is. But at least, you know, you got to be okay to say that, okay, your analysis was right, and it's going to happen over and over again. If it happens, you're going to be ready to execute on it. I love my mom. Oh, nice. That's great to know. Beautiful. Do you see GJ coming down to 153, 100? If you have a sell from 153, 100, I think that's going to be a little bit complicated. That's far, far away. I think below 153, 100, you can take sells. Have you make profit selling your SRT? No, I lost 7,000. Let's see here. I bought it for 83 and sold it for 75. Yeah, 75.50.
How long did you have it?
Bought it in February, March, April, like 2.5 months.
Damn, 7K on 2.5 months, eh?
Yeah, 2.5 months. But like, here's the thing, they don't depreciate as much, you know, like max you may lose like 10,000 on it max, because they're not making them anymore. 2021 is the last year that they'll ever make SRTs. I think they had a deal with that company or whatever that company was, and they're not, like, you know, making any more of those anymore. Can you roughly go through the process? Like, what was the sales talk? It was nothing. I listed it up for sale. I listed it for about 79,000, and everything else in the market was for 83, 84. Oh wow, look at that move. So the price was to sell. You know, the price was not to like bargain or talk over, it's just to sell. The guy came in with 68, and I told him this is my final price, and he agreed, and that's it. Imagine if the real buyer is controller FX and he's riding around. Yeah, GA. Wow, it's going pretty up over here. GA. Yeah, but the guy who came, he was a real baller, man. The guy said, I said, okay, like, you know what? I mean, are you going to do financing or this and that? He's like, brother, I don't do financing. I'll pay cash. I'm like, oh, nice, perfect. It's even better.
Raja bhai, I want to ask a question, but it is not related to trading.
It's a what?
It is not related to the trading question, but I would just want to ask a question.
Okay.
Have you watched the Swades of Shah Rukh Khan?
No.
I can relate the story. Basically, it's about a man who returned to his country after being living outside of his country for a long time.
Oh, nice. And then what happens?
He solves his people problems.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll do the same, we hope.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Raj is going back there to solve the trading problems.
Is it good to take a buy on pound AUD right now? No, it's not a good time to take a trade in pound AUD. I think the question you should be asking yourself is 2 questions, right? Is this a good time to take a trade in pound AUD, or was a time right down over here a good time to take a trade in pound AUD? And the answer you're going to get is that this was the good time to take a trade in pound AUD, because this is where the move started. You know, always look at where the move started. Never look at if the move has happened, can you take a buy over here? No. Always look at or ask yourself, where did the move start? And strive to enter where the move started. Have some pride in yourself as a trader. Respect yourself as a trader. And if you're a trader, if you think you're a good trader, you're going to have good entries and you're going to have good moves. So when you look at this move, this was a very good entry right down over here. And try to explain to yourself how you could have had this entry down over here. At the same time, if we look at pound yen, we can see it moving towards 153.800. Someone's in buy is perfect, but this is where you need to ask yourself that, okay, where was a really good entry? And you can see that maybe a good entry was down over here at 143.400, or maybe when we start breaking above 153.600, but not over here at this point. So whenever you're looking at the charts, always look to see, as a good trader, where could you have had the perfect entry, and just try to explain to yourself how you could have done that, because these things are going to happen over and over again, trust me. And the more you look at it, the more hindsight trading you do, the better you're going to get at it. How do I go break even on Magic Keys? You press stop loss at entry and it basically goes to break even. That setup on GA was a really high probability rally on pre-London session, retrace, major support, and candle go up to retest the high. Yes, exactly. This was exactly what happened over here. Price made a high, came down, created support, consolidation, broke above this minor resistance, and continued up to retest the high. That was a perfect trade.
Raja, I'm about to secure those entries on GJ at the 800 level. You already secured some, or you didn't took this trade?
No, I'm not in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Raja, your strategy is dog poop. Literally, the banks use support and resistance to fake out retail traders, so they fulfill. Then how the fuck is this going up then? Tell me. How did we say that above 153, 400 prices are going to go up? How? Were the banks sleeping at this time? Right? I mean, tell me, please. How is this not going down? Man.
Raja, that's like the scam of me saying that the EMAs were going to push AU up some more, It's just...
Yeah. Oh, this is someone orders only strategy. The only good strategy is the Wyckoff schematic. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, damn. Look at this clean candles through left hand side moving straight to support. Maybe the banks slept over here too. We broke support, clean candles, came straight down. Banks are napping at this time. Hi bro, I'm from Japan, love to trade crypto, tech analysis works amazing. Oh, nice, thank you. Damn, GA shot up, GU also shot up. This was a straight bullish run for the pound pairs, man. What a Monday here. Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, about to tap 153.800. Super. I was about to say super sad not in this trade, but still okay, made some decent gains. But man, monster moves over here. Wow, 1 pip away from 153.800. Can we tap it? We got 780. Can we get 800?
Bring the horns.
Bring the horns.
801.
Oh, 791. Can we get 800? 800 for Kervin. 789. 789, 792, 795, 796, 796, 794, 794, 800, 797. Do we have 800? Ooh, 803. Beautiful. Tapped into 805, 806. Wow. Whoa, look, we beat the banks today with the slipper.
Yeah.
We beat the banks with shoes today. Even though I wasn't in this trade, it's still tapped into that.
I mean, in town is basically on demolition mode. So this 4-hour candle should close near to that area where it is right now, the 153.800. So the next 4 hours is gonna be interesting if we just continue smashing points to the upside. It's a good move.
Man, I hope Osteo Man, he closed his trades.
Osteo.
Yeah, let's see. Let's take a look over here. Reason is due to the monthly wick fill zone. Selling GJ now. Ooh, he sold GJ at 2:40 a.m. 2:40 a.m. was holy at 153.100.
I wonder what was the confirmation for that sell.
He also had a sell limit at 400s.
Oh, the confirmation was that we are in a monthly wick fill zone right here, and we should reject it. But the problem was there was no confirmation to sell. That was the whole problem. I mean, monthly was bullish, weekly was bullish, daily was bullish, 4-hour bullish, 1-hour bullish. Everything was just cock rocking upwards. You know, there was no confirmation to sells.
This reminds me of that superhero, the sheet metal man. Everything in red, and the guy is buying everything red, and he's buying.
Man, now I'm gonna get a message. Now I'm gonna get a DM in my Instagram. Oh, I heard you talked about me on the live stream. No, I didn't.
No. It was me. I remember. No, sorry, man.
I have a question. How did you set your profit when the previous resistance was far away? I mean, very old. Oh, it's very simple, David. You look to the left-hand side. So basically, I went to the 4-hour, looked to the left-hand side, and looked to see where was the next resistance. And this is where we have next resistance right here, 153.800. We tapped into that. The analysis I sent on Sunday was to tap into 153.800. I meant to tap it maybe by Wednesday, but shit, man. It tapped in today, so who knows where we're next. Probably 154. See, now we look to the left-hand side, and this is the area we have, 154 right here. And then above this 154, we have another area here, 154.300. So that's how we're looking left to kind of like map out potential targets.
Yeah. That's basically the rejection point that you may find on pound for the daily or for the for this week. Yeah. Same thing with gold. I mean, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that we were gonna tap we're gonna reach 1900 from gold this week, but the way that the gold is moving is making me believe that institutions already grab a nice price and they're gonna drive all the way up to the 1900s for this week.
Yeah, it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, Chorin.
Yeah, man.
Are you still holding a gold position from the Friday?
No. I mean, I got, to be honest, I got lucky on Thursday. It was the day that I got that buy. That when I was trying to close that position, I was recording to send this video to my friends, and Illuminati group, and this gold just pop up, so it didn't give me the chance. So I secure, when I was like 150 pips in profit, I secured 50% on that move. But basically, you're not gonna have those crazy moves on gold every day. So I will say I got lucky. That move was a straight move to the upside. And from Friday, on Friday, I got my take profit on that move from Thursday. I got it 1837, if I'm not wrong. So that trade got stopped out, hit the take profit at 1837, and I was running the other account for the NFP. Then that trade, I closed that trade at 140 pips on Friday. But I mean, you gotta be happy if gold gives you 20 pips as stress free. You gotta be happy with that. You know, you're not gonna be like getting those 100 pip move on gold on an average day. So,
Exactly. Like
yeah.
from Friday, I'm just holding my 20% for my runner with 200 pips almost.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. I just put the break even and then I'm going to forget about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I will say, here's the thing with gold. Gold will give you 200 pips, and if it's selling, it's really hard. But if it's buying, you're gonna give you 200 pips, and it's gonna retrace 50. So you kind of be secure on that perspective. But when you're selling gold, it's completely different because gold can easily drop 300 pips and retrace 200. So instead of that, you need to secure. You gotta secure, at least 75% on those moves. And then your account slowly but surely start growing, and then it's gonna build that confidence in your trading ability that the next move, the next time that move happen, then you're gonna have 90% confidence to hold that trade for longer. But
exactly, that's the game plan.
Yeah, like I said, you gotta be happy. 20. I'm happy if gold gives me 50 pip move on an average day. I'm happy from key level to key level.
Yeah. All right, then. Thank you for the advice again. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I do appreciate
it. It's a pleasure.
Only 50, Kerwin?
Yeah, usually 50. Usually 50, man. I mean, if you have 2-3 positions, yeah, you can get even more. But from key level to key level, gold loves rejecting those key levels. The every $5 move on gold is kind of your take profit.
You guys have definitely demystified gold for me, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna head off. It's almost 9 a.m. over here. Yeah.
All right, man.
Thanks, bro. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Take care, everybody.
Thank
Peace
you,
out.
Thank you, Raja.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace out. Take care. Take care.
Moon.
Gold may continue bullish here with NYSE. May. It may.
Good fucking morning.
Good night. We are up.
Holy.
Yeah. Gulag is here.
Night.